During the time of the Prophet Muhammad, the authenticity and credibility of Islam, the Quran, and the Prophet himself were often questioned. When Abu Lahab was still well and alive, according to what we are told, a short surah of the Quran was revealed to the Prophet. The chapter, Surah 111, said that Abu Lahab would die in a state of unbelief, and so would go to hell for not believing in the one God. We are told, "The power of Abu Lahab will perish and he will perish. His wealth and gains will not exempt him. He will be plunged in flaming fire, and his wife the wood carrier will have upon her neck a palm fiber rope." Abu Lahab lived for many years after this prophecy was revealed, and this means that he could have harmed the early years of Islam and the Prophet's mission by pretending to convert and thus confounding the prophecy. The surah named Al-Lahab may have been revealed in the period when the Quraysh had boycotted the Prophet together with the people of his clan and besieged them. Abi Talib and Abu Lahab were the only people to join the enemies against their own relatives. This was a major decision, given the importance of tribal relationships in the area at the time. Abu Lahab was the Prophet's uncle, or so it is said, and public condemnation of the uncle by the nephew would not be proper until the older man had behaved so disgracefully as to invite public rebuke. If the surah had been revealed before this, people would have regarded it as impolite that the nephew should be so critical of his uncle. Of course, it was safe for God to reveal the surah later since he knew that Abu Lahab was not going to convert or even pretend to convert. It thus plays the role of a warning message. This is the only place in the Quran where a person from among the enemies of Islam has been condemned by name, yet there were plenty of others who were just as hostile to Islam as Abu Lahab. The question is, why was he so deserving of being attacked by name? To understand, it is necessary to understand Arabian society of that time and the role that Abu Lahab played within it. In those times, clan loyalty was revered and was indeed essential to survival, given the vagaries of life within a hostile environment and with many competing tribes and individuals. When the Prophet started preaching, the Quraysh often opposed him, but the Bani Hashim and the Bani al-Muttalib not only did not oppose him, but continued to support him openly, although most of them had not yet accepted Islam, nor the veracity of the Prophet's message. The exception here was Abu Lahab, son of Abd al-Muttalib, and the uncle of the Prophet. In Arabia, an uncle represented the father, his brother, especially when the nephew was fatherless. The uncle was expected to look upon his nephew as one of his own children, yet Abu Lahab could not even preserve the social niceties of the time, so great was his enmity towards Islam. Traditionists have related from Ibn Abbas the tradition that when the Prophet was commanded to present the message of Islam openly, and instructed in the Quran to warn first of all his nearest relations of the punishment of God, he ascended Mount Safa one morning and called out aloud, "Ya Sabaha, O disaster of the morning." This alarm in Arabia was raised by the person who noticed early at dawn an enemy tribe advancing against his tribe. When the Prophet made this call, the people asked who had made it. They were told that it was Muhammad, and the people of all the clans of the Quraysh rushed out to defend themselves. The Prophet then addressed each clan by name and said, "If I were to tell you that behind the hill there was an enemy host ready to fall upon you, would you believe?" The people responded with one voice, saying that they never had so far heard a lie from him. The Prophet said, "Then I warn you that you are heading for disaster." But before anyone else could speak, Abu Lahab said, "May you perish." This extraordinary hostility to his own nephew at such a crucial stage in the Prophet's mission is marked by the naming of a surah after Abu Lahab, Surah 111.